vertical, I now know that if you schedule an event, it automatically sets it to horizontal, and I'll change that in the future.
Okay, cool, great. We just changed one thing on how we do things on the YouTube side of things, and
Yeah, we've been asked by a viewer a couple of weeks ago if we could start scheduling the events like how we do on Facebook, so people know when we're planning on going live, but caused unforeseen technical difficulties
yes. Like always, you always have to give it a try to figure out what could go wrong. So, as you can see, I am today doing the top. Yes, I know you guys can see that. I haven't done this side yet. We have been busy bees in this office. So, what we're doing is the top today. I can feel that this is going to be a problem. So, what the plan is, we're going to do an Athenian plaster top. So, we're going to be using, of course, the Athenian plaster by Posh Chalk, and we're going to make it to be a color. Well, I want to get as close as possible to this color. Now, which is the reason why we have gone live just now and not before, is because I was trying my best to get that color with my color kicks, and I figured out that I need the Mocha Delight, the Bright Scarlet, and the white. So I'm now going to do, we're going to do Athenian plaster with same color as much as possible, as we previously said. We're going to give it like a white kind of lines, but we're not going to do lines like we did in the previous thing. We're going to do something different.
So subtle streaks, maybe you'd say.
No, it's not going to be streaks either, because I'm going to put more patterns in there, and then we're going to add some pigments in there as well.
So quickly, we've already had someone join us on the Facebook side of things. We've had Darcy Montenegro say, "Oya, bom dia."
Bom dia!
Let us know where you're joining us from, Darcy. That could be multiple languages, I'm not 100% certain.
So, I am gonna decant. I think I'm gonna leave most of it in there, and I'm gonna do this color in here, because I need to cover this in that Athenian plaster color. So, for the white. For the white, I think this much is going to be enough. Yep. So, by the way, I haven't even welcomed everyone, have I? Have I? Sorry, guys. But hello everyone from the Would You Bend workshop here in Leeds, UK. Tell us what the weather's like, where you're joining us from. Tell us if you have any projects ongoing. And if you have any questions about any of the products that we're using today, feel free to put it in the comments, and me and Connor will do our best to answer. So, our Athenian plaster, as you can see, has quite a neutral white color, right? It's an off-white. But the thing is, if you leave it as is and let it dry, it goes semi-transparent. Is that right?
Translucent.
Goes translucent or semi-translucent?
Translucent is semi-transparent.
I still don't have any. It was one of my
You've gotten
New
it right
Year's.
for so long as well. I don't. It's the heat. Blame the heat out of us.
Yes. It's
Humidity's affecting you.
So, this is now truly white, and if it dries, it will stay white. I'm actually not gonna risk it and put a little bit more of my white color kicks in there. So there we go. This is now our paste, which is going to be used later. Now let's get on to this pot. I know I asked for 3 things, but I don't think I'll be able. I'll have to use it because I'm going to be using this. I'm actually thinking this is not going to be enough to cover all this. Oh dear. Take the edges. So I think I'm going to take my big pot, which is unopened as of yet. And I'm going to open and decant some in the other pot. That's how you open this.
Yeah, I was
See
trying
it?
to do that with my fingers.
No.
It has not been very
No.
successful.
No, didn't like it, I'm sure. So, see, this is a brand new pot of my post-shock Athenian plaster. Just decanting some more into here. I think this is going to be enough. If I see that I'm missing some, I can always mix up some more, I guess. So, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to give it a white base. With my post-shock color kicks. Mixing it thoroughly so that I'm sure that the color is gone everywhere. And then I'm gonna add, wait, I'm coming this way so I can speak to you a bit better. Speak to you a bit better. What does that even mean nowadays? Connor's giving me one of those big smiles. Now I'm coming with a bright scarlet, and I'm just gonna go for now with true drops. Now, this bright scarlet is very and highly pigmented, as you can probably see. And for just 2 drops in this, I'm gonna guess about the 350 ml of Athenian plaster. It definitely has given it that tint of pink. Yeah? Tell me when you're cool, Connor.
Yep.
Cool. Now, now I'm gonna grab my Mocha Delight, which is a dark brown, and I'm gonna add 1 drop at a time. So I'm just gonna do 1 drop now. Ooh. Mix it and see how it goes. See how close we get to this color we have on the furniture. We're not far. It needs to go darker. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah, I can still mainly see shades of pink.
Okay. Another drop of my Mocha Delight. Connor, do you want this?
Yep.
And I think we're even closer.
Starting to look more grey.
Yeah. It has a tint of pink, to my eyes at least, this. Which is why I actually took this board.
Yeah, I can't see the tint of pink that you see, but I see that when you mix them, it becomes the colour. So
Yeah.
I trust that you are correct because it's working, but I would personally...
I'm going to put
I don't
another
see
drop of Mocha Delight.
And we've had Koang Sanwin say hi in the YouTube chat.
Hello, Koang Sunwin.
Let us know where you're joining us from. I don't think I've seen you in our chat before.
And I think Bit darker, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say maybe a tiny drop more.
Okay.
'Cause I'm still seeing the hints of pink that I don't really see.
So it's really warm here in the UK today. Up. But I think we now got it. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, when this dries, it's gonna go darker. Yeah.
We've had Shelley Lake say hi from, I believe she's saying Queensland, Australia. She said QLD Aussie, so I think she'll be in Queensland, Australia.
Yeah, that does sound about right. So.
Yeah, we're here complaining about the heat. We've got an Australian in the chat now.
They're getting into winter now. So.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I always forget it's inverse.
Yeah.
Inverse season. What's the weather like in Queensland, Australia right now? We are very curious.
Must be fresh. I don't know, do they get rain seasons there?
Not sure actually.
Okay, so time to sponge this onto our surface, she says. So.
Yes, cooler at night. So basically, it's. I doubt they really get any cold weather over there, to be honest.
I'm sure they do.
Not very much. Not cold in the way that we'd think of it.
So I'm just using a sponge. And I'm just coming and distributing it on the surface. And I'm really going to cover all of the surface with this colour. And as you see, I grab a certain quantity with my sponge. And then I just come in and out, grabbing some more from that initial spot where I touched down with the sponge and bringing it other places. Go on.
Oh, okay. She's saying it's 2 degrees, I believe. She said 2 degrees inland, 5 hours north. So, yeah, I think she's saying that where it is, it's actually getting down all the way to 2 degrees. Fair enough. You learn something new about other places every day, I guess. I've always assumed that it's just hot all the time in Australia. That's just. I realise saying that out loud how stupid that sounds. It's just one of those things I never really thought about.
It's like when you think of South Africa, for example,
Yes.
you think warmth, right?
Yeah.
You think about, or Brazil.
Yes, yeah.
But, oh my god, they can get cold in there.
Well, it's actually, to be honest, I should have realised myself because everyone assumes Canada, freezing and snowy all the time.
But forest fires.
Well, everyone just assumes cold and freezing all the time, but I'd always go back during summer when I was younger, and it would always be like 35 degrees, sweltering sun where I was.
And you're complaining about 26? Yes.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. You think I'm complaining about 26? You should have seen me in Canada at 35. And we've also had Hot.UK97 say, hi, what is she doing?
We are upcycling the top of this large dresser with post-chalk Athenian plaster. It's an artisan's plaster. I think it's actually considered to be thinner than your usual plaster. I've never used normal plaster. And it's self-polishing.
And it will be basically kind of creating a fake marble effect or a faux marble effect.
Yes, that is what we are aiming for. We're trying to create a fake marble effect with this product.
So, thank you, Shelley Lake, who said it looks like a beautiful dresser.
Thank you. Well, we have been super busy with Connor, so we haven't had the time to actually finish the front, and I haven't done the side either. So my point, I wanted to show you guys all of the different aspects here on Lives, and then off camera I can go in and finish it properly.
And then you'll see the full edited videos on the different social media accounts, possibly a blog post.
Yeah, most likely next week, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, it depends how long it takes you to finish it.
I think I'll finish this coming week, or else you
Oh,
won't
yeah,
have it while I'm on holiday.
True. Oh yeah, I'll at least be able to do I feel like this will be a two-parter, so I'll at least be able to do a part 1 blog post next week.
Yep. Oh my gosh, because it's so warm in here compared to the usual temperatures, I can feel the Athenian plastic getting tackier, meaning that it's drying quicker now. And it's
Not very helpful, is it?
well, no, because I need to come in and add things. It's not a problem because Athenian plastic does take a certain amount of time to dry. But you know.
Just had someone new joining us on the YouTube chat.
Hello?
Sadi Mamer has said hi. Hello, Sadi. Apologies
Sadi.
if I am butchering your name. I may very well be.
No offense, Connor, but you're not the best with languages.
Oh,
That's
no.
because of inexperience more than anything else.
When I was slightly younger, I have tried to teach myself languages before. I am absolutely hopeless at them. At least at teaching myself them. I've never been very good at teaching myself skills at all.
I'm surprised your mother didn't teach you French. She does.
She barely speaks French anymore.
Ah, okay.
She knows, well, she says she barely speaks French. And then whenever but then when I've pressed her on that, she can actually, if she was stranded in France and no one would speak English to her, she'd be able to figure it out, but not enough to teach me French, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, to teach someone French, it's a different story.
I did learn French for 2 years in school.
So you're partially at fault.
Oh no, school is partially at fault because their English schooling system is absolutely horrendous at teaching other languages, especially French. If you ever want to be able to go to France and say, hello, my name is Connor, my favourite animal is dogs, you go to take an English schooling French lesson, and you'll be able to say that in no time at all.
Je m'appelle Connor. J'aime beaucoup les chiens.
That is literally what we get taught for 2 years, basically.
It's very funny because I spoke French since year 1 of my life. It's actually the first language I ever learned to speak. I spoke French before I spoke
English or Greek?
Well, of course English, but Greek, yeah, which was where I lived. I lived in
true.
Greece. But my mother did not speak French at the time yet.
I always didn't speak
My
Greek.
mother did not speak Greek at the time yet.
I always forget the timeline of where you started and went to. I couldn't remember. I can never remember if you started in Switzerland and went to Greece, or started in Greece and went to Switzerland.
The second choice.
Yes. I can never remember for some reason.
I went up, not down.
It's an easy way to remember it, I suppose.
Well, if you take it geographically, that is correct.
And we've actually had a few people join us on the Facebook chat.
Hello, everyone.
We've had Iphigenia say, have a nice afternoon.
Γεια σου Ιφηγένεια, καλό απόγευμα.
We've had Claudia Mansilasi say, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
And we've had Diane Gorbin say, good morning from sunny Massachusetts.
Hello, Diane from Massachusetts. Sunny Massachusetts. Here it's covered.
Yeah, we're getting all of the drawbacks of it being sunny with none of the benefits.
Yeah, well, it was nice and sunny earlier today, to be
True, but nice. Just in time for us to finish. It's gotten all cloudy.
Yeah, it's been cloudy for the last 2 hours, really.
The UPS is arriving, which means I'll have to run away for a second.
Okay, you might want to take the last bit.
That's what I was about to do.
And I'll stall them.
Don't worry, I'm watching out the window. I can see when he gets out of the van.
Yeah, I'll probably end up by covering, putting some more places with what I have in my pot.
I'm heading down.
Yeah, I'll see you in a minute. It's just us now, guys. So I still have a bit of my Athenian plaster in my pot, so I'm just going to empty the pot onto the surface. There's no point in me keeping it. By the way, the blue around the top is tape to just protect it, so that I don't have find a piece of paint. So that I don't have to clean the edges by hand at the end of this.
So Diane Gordon has just said we are finally going to have sun tomorrow after 13 Saturdays of rain.
Oh.
I also it amuses me that you know the exact number of Saturdays specifically you've been tracking how much rain you've been getting.
Oh, if it's the only day.
Yeah, 13 is quite a few to be honest.
Yeah.
We always complain about bad weather, but I think we've actually gotten off quite lucky this last winter and autumn, to be honest.
Well, spring was not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
March and April was great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it feels like normally autumn, winter, spring. That's when all of our rain happens, and then we normally get a little bit of a break from the rain in summer. But we've got off really lightly recently.
Yeah.
It's been a few days where it's like torrential and then nothing for ages.
Yeah. Well, they're saying a big thunderstorm coming for tomorrow.
Oh, and we've also had Peter Stump say hi on the YouTube chat. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
And we've had Amykins say today is a rainy day. It's been cooler this year, but my garden's doing great. Let us know where you're joining us from, Amykins, where you've got a rainy day. I don't think I've seen you in our YouTube chat before.
I'm literally finishing up the hair corner. I don't know if you want a last. You've got a last video?
I did, yes, and Diane has just said, check the corner closest to Connor. It looks bare, lol. I think she was meaning these ones.
These?
It may just be the camera. Let me have a look.
Just because you pointed it out, I'm gonna give it some attention.
Yeah, to be honest, I see what they mean on the camera. I think it's because it's a bit further away, it's not focusing right. So like this part especially looks like there's nothing on there. Thanks for pointing that out there, and I can confirm I think we're all good. I think that's just a camera quality issue if more than anything.
Thank you guys, that is actually so sweet to help me out. So, that is done. I am full of Athenian plaster. And we're now going to grab our whites. So this is the white Athenian plaster mix that we did earlier. Nope, okay, it's going to go there. And grabbing another sponge. And I'm going to go a little bit all over. Because this is a new kind of design, I'm not feeling super confident. So I'm just kind of laying down my paint. my Athenian plaster, should I say. I'm gonna leave it there for now. You must be having a hard time understanding what I'm doing, right, Connor? It's very different to what we used to do, I know.
If you tried to explain it to me, I'd have trouble visualising it anyway, so I'll just wait and see how it turns out.
I asked Soddy to actually draw it for me. I was not understanding the words and description that she was giving me, which is just my lack of vocabulary, really, but
I wouldn't say you have a lack of vocab.
yeah, sometimes when it comes to technical words, yes.
Actually, your vocab is surprisingly better than a lot of native English speakers I know.
Yeah, but
I suppose I'm not setting a very high bar for you, to be honest. So,
not gonna comment. All the English people just, logged out and aren't watching us anymore.
I wasn't talking about them. I don't know any of them personally in my private life. I'm making fun of my own friends who are definitely not watching
Oh God.
and can't defend themselves. Or stop watching either.
I don't know why that's starting to look so.
All I'm curious about is what direction you're going to move the trowel in.
All of them. I don't know
That
what.
clears that up.
I don't know. Still figuring this out while I'm going. What? I'm really just, eyeing it. No, when you're just doing something because it.
Winging it?
Yes, that is the word.
Wasn't sure if you were meant winging it or eyeballing it.
Both.
Playing it by ear. Many different phrases you could have used there, I suppose. Diana's asked, are you trying to achieve a faux marble look?
Yes, but like a modelled version of it.
Yeah, we're kind of testing out something slightly different for this faux marble. A slightly different way of doing it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But overall, yes, we are, Diane.
Yeah, that is what kind of thing we're trying to go for. Okay, so I'm gonna say paint is down, but it's not paint. But now I'm gonna come with a new fresh sponge, and I'm gonna start basically blending it. If that makes sense. Blending a little bit too much there. So, coming back with my white, putting some more in this center part there. Then if you see something that looks wrong, Connor, you can always tell me. You're going to say everything. I could see
I'm
you
not that-
thinking that.
I wasn't actually. The thing I was thinking is, surprised you haven't already mixed the other colour. So I thought you were going to do the bronze colour as well.
Yeah, that's gonna come as an like extra.
Okay. I don't know why I had it in my head that it was going to be mainly the bronze and the grey and then the slight bits of white.
No,
My own
the other way
misunderstanding.
it's the
Other way around with the gold and the white, I guess.
yes.
Bronze and the white. You're getting in my head now.
Starting to see the vision of Solis, that is. Trying to now that I have it down, you know, on the surface, I can start to visualize what it will look like once I bring the trowel in the mix.
Hello Claire, who's just joined from Would You Bend South East Europe.
Hello, Claire.
And yeah, if we're complaining about the heat, I wonder how hot it is over in Greece for you right now, Claire.
And if I remember correctly, she's in Athens today.
Oh, I didn't realise that I was in frame there. Hello everyone. And Francesca
Hello.
Faye has just joined and said, hello all, just connected. What are you doing today? It seems cool.
It's, well, hello, Francesca, right?
Yes.
We are doing the top of our large dresser that we've been working on all week. And we're doing the top and we're doing it with Athenian plaster. Now, the thing that I'm thinking about now is the temperature in here is warmer than usual, okay? So, it's going to dry dry quite quicker, the Athenian plaster. So, I'm going to have a lot more grooves to deal with than usual.
We've also had Shelley Lake on the YouTube chat say, I like it looks like crazy pavers in a garden.
I was thinking the same.
I had to quickly Google crazy pavers to get the reference, but I do completely see what you mean. What'll be interesting as well is to see if it still kind of looks so similar to that towards the end. I doubt it will as much.
Not as much. Well, that I'm hoping it won't. I'm seeing pieces of my sponge staying on the surface here.
Because Shelley, if you've not seen us do one of these faux marble effects before, we will be using a trowel to flatten all of these raised textures on the surface.
Okay,
And then
I'm
at
not
the end
going to
it
do
creates
it
like
anymore.
it creates like a polished finish towards the end.
I'm not going to do anymore. This is it. Time for some troweling.
Yeah, she said sandstone to kind of clarify, and then she said, "Ooh, wow!" That's what I just said.
Yeah.
So just wait until you see some of the troweling.
Yeah, so we're now going to come and trowel. So I'm coming from the edge, always staying at an angle with my trowel. And every time I do a passage, I need to clean my trowel, or else I'm bringing all the excess material from that on the next one, on the next passage, which is not what I want. I want this design to kind of stay. And I'm really not pushing my trowel down. I'm not applying any force. I'm just letting it sit, and I'm just holding it at an angle.
Hello, Denislav Petronov, who's just joined us on the YouTube chat and said hi.
Hello. Takes a little bit longer to clean actually because it's
It's drying on the actual
yeah.
surface of the trowel. It's quite amusing actually. I don't think we've ever had that issue before.
That's England for you.
And Diana just said, Artemis, you should look at marble tiles. I work for a flooring company. It will give you more confidence.
I should do some more research. Now, this is an idea that has been given to me by Solly. So, and this is most likely gonna go in her house. So I'm going by what she wants to have in her house. But as I said to her, if you don't like what I do, I can always sand it down and start again.
And that's potentially why she was saying that I'll give you more confidence. It's maybe why you're not coming off as confident as normal, potentially, that you know this is going to be a piece that she wants to keep for herself, kind of thing.
No, and I know that I have no expertise when it comes to this, alright? I don't have the experience, at least. But I'm confident enough in the fact that I can try, and if it doesn't work, I'm willing to give it the time and effort it takes to try again.
Of course, but just knowing the person personally who's expecting it to be for them, it's obviously going to add to pressure, you know what I mean? Instead of just creating to your own specifications.
So, just so that I understand, do you like it, Diane? Sorry, Diane, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Diane. I think she was just saying that it will give you more confidence if you'd had a look at.
Yeah.
So you are, I always do say you are very self-deprecating. You are way too hard on yourself, Artemis.
We're almost there, and then we'll start doing the other way around. Maybe we'll even go diagonally. Ha! So we've just done the vertical. Let's go horizontal now. It's going to be fun if I end up putting it, letting the trowel fall. Ready, Connor?
Yep.
Again?
That's it. Yep.
Now, because it's really showing me the signs of I'm dry, the Athenian plaster, I have to apply some pressure on the trowel.
Diane said, every piece is a piece of art. I do like it. You've inspired me to do it on my next sideboard. Which is a very high compliment from someone who works with actual marble.
Yes, it is. If someone that sees it every day says, it actually does look like that, that is incredible.
Probably the best review we could get.
Yeah. It's like I was saying to Soli earlier this week, when she saw the work that I had done on the side, just seeing pieces of my sponge. I'll have to check my sponge. It's not supposed to do that, but it's leaving traces, pieces, places. And last but not least. Oh. And I think I won't do diagonally, but I'll go this way. I'll go vertically again. So I don't know if you want this, Connor. I'll actually do it from the front if you don't mind.
Yep.
I have to do that again. Sorry. It's because I didn't go to the edge.
It's okay.
Can you guys see alright? Can you check that corner for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're out of frame, but your trowel on Facebook.
My
is-
action, yeah, well,
Yeah, but your trowel's not. And as soon as you move like on slightly, you'll be back in frame.
so. Do you need to film any more, Connor?
I'll film the very last one.
Okay. Till then, because it's going to take a bit of time,
Yes.
would you be my wet wipes carrier?
Okay.
Because I'll need another one every 2 times I bring it, I push it down. So I need a new one after this. Up. Thank you. Thank you.
And Diane has also helped us out saying, yes, I can see fine. We can see fine.
Thank you. To all of you watching us and actually, interacting with us, it's always a pleasure not to be here alone.
Oh yeah, and I just thought if you do end up doing this kind of technique on your sideboard, please send us some photos and videos. That'd be very interesting to see. We're always...
Diane, are you not in our...
She may very well be, I'm not sure.
I think she's already in our Post Chalk and Would You Bet Creations group.
Yes.
If that is still the title as I remember it.
I think it may be Creative Community, but I may be wrong.
Yes, I think you're right actually.
I know, I've heard it referred to as both, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of our favourite kind of effects, so we'd definitely be interested in seeing.
Yeah. And remember, I still have to put the gold in this. But seeing it, I don't know if I want to anymore. Piece of sponge. That. And I'm doing it like this. I need to take these little bits, but then it's the final. I don't know why I did this. Connor was just looking at me like, what are you doing? He wasn't even looking, I just guessed.
No, I was resisting not also singing along. You can't just start singing that and put the final countdown in my head out of this.
Oh dear, it has dried a lot, this thing and plaster, dear lord.
And Blanche has joined us and said hello. Hello, Blanche. And
I need to be here, Connor, so you'll have to be there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Yep. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
There. And I'm just gonna go for it.
Yep.
There we go.
Great.
Do you think it will need gold?
That is entirely up to you, Artemis. And
What do you guys think? Does it need touches of gold? So the way that I see it is just I'll add some pigments in places, like following the white lines, and then just...
by the way, Diane also replied to us asking if she was in the creations group already. And she said, I think so. I've been watching you from your first day with Would You Bend.
So it's been 4 years, has it? Well, to be honest, I've been doing lives seldomly before, well, what now, 8 months ago? It's been 8 months.
You were involved with the lives for
I
long
was
before that.
involved, yes, but I wasn't.
So I assume that she'll mean from back then, probably.
Yeah. I do remember Diane's name from a long way back.
Yeah, back then you would have been the one reading the comments, won't you? So.
Yes. Just seeing imperfections. Okay, so just taking that.
Oh, and you've got a reply for your question on whether this needs gold.
Yeah.
Francesca Maffei says, yes, go, go, gold.
Go, go, gold. Go, go, gold. So, I have here a little pot. I have my post chalk pigments in bronze alloy, so it's not going to be gold. And I'm just going to decant some.
To match the same pigment we used on the front and the sides.
Yes. I need infuser, which I need to go and decant. Could you hold that there? Samila. Need that. And I'll need a little lollipop stick.
Oh, I thought you meant that.
No, just a lollipop stick, darling. I'll do it. Thank you. So, since I have my post chalk pigment infuser, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on that. And I'm just gonna mix it with a lollipop stick real quick. It needs more infuser, as you can see, because it's going, density is quite high. And there we go. We've got our liquid bronze. I'm getting better, but then we have Connor saying gold instead of me now.
And we have Diane, who said, now you're a pro, with a thumbs up and a smiley face.
Thank you, but no.
And then Diane also saying, I love the pigments.
So this is the bronze color. I'm gonna add some more of the pigment powder because I want it to be a little bit denser of a mix. And now it has that density I want. There we go. So see, it's quite thick. Okay. So now I'm just gonna grab some paintbrushes. This one. So it's a very thin and long paintbrush. I'm going to put a lot of the pigments in it, and I'm just going to come and trail some of these. And see, all I'm doing, I'm not even, between every trail, I'm not using more colour. I'm just twisting it. Oh, that's maybe a little bit too much for what I wanted to do. That. That. And I'm just following those white lines that I created earlier. And that, and I'm going to do a last one there. And that's it. Oh, I've missed this line. There. Okay. So, back with my trowel. Cleaning it once more.
And thank you, Francesca, who just said your pigments are really gorgeous.
Yeah, I think posture pigments are absolutely great. So, I'll do a try first, Connor, if you don't mind.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going too dry. Don't know how much this is going to work now. Nope. Should have done it earlier. But even then, this would have been like this. Yep. It won't work. Not doesn't matter. Not a problem at all, actually. But I'm seeing other things now. If that makes sense.
I think so, yeah.
You know, when you had an idea, it doesn't come out as you wanted, but then you see other things form, and you're like, oh, that could be an idea.
Right, yeah.
And, hello, Angus-san, who's just joined us on the YouTube chat and said hi and put some smiley faces with love hearts. Hello.
Hello everyone. Welcome. Up.
Let us know where you're joining us from, Angus-san.
I don't think I've seen you in the YouTube chat before.
I'm just going for it. Don't think there's any point in filming this.
We've started now.
Personal opinion. There. And there we go. Different perspectives every time. But I think we might add some more pigments there and some more pigments there and leave it as is. I think it looks nice. Okay! Artemis has new ideas again.
Diana's asked, could you mist it a bit to get it to not be as, you said it was drying out?
Yeah, I could. But
See if it helps.
yeah, but the issue there with it is gliding a lot more now. But my
Pigments are
issue
more,
is that my problem is the pigments. The pigments did not work on the surface like what I had imagined.
Oh, and hello, Mehmeti, who's just joined us on the YouTube chat.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Let us know where you're joining us from, Mehmet.
And there we go. This is going to be it. I actually really like now that kind of effect. Yes, that's it. That's going to be it. So, let me just bring both cameras. We have 40% on both phones. So, it's going to be one on the right hand, well, one on the left hand. Hello everyone, I'm going to turn you around. Can you pass me the other phone? Just take it off the thing. I can't do it one-handed.
Yes.
I'll hold it. Oh, doing it that way. Okay.
Apologies, covered the camera slightly there.
Yeah. And oh dear, you are. It looks like from closer.
problem, Shelley. We always try to do a close-up one.
Sand till it's polished, like I'm going to show you another example of what it's going to look like, but this is still drying. Okay? Dear God, with the flickering on this phone. And this is what it's going to look like in the end. These are different colors. Hello, Kamal. There we go. So this is what it's going to be like. This is the effect we're going for. Okay, so before I make you all seasick, I'm going to say thank you all for joining us. I hope you had a fun time watching me have a hard time. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Sure is a marble effect, beautiful finishing effect. Thank you very much, Shelley.